Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Happy, what day is it?
Tuesday.
What did we say we were going to do last Tuesday?
See you next Tuesday.
Are you saying that we are two honest bitches who keep their fucking word?
Yeah. What are you drinking?
My cloudy water?
Is there stuff in it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Why do the veins in my shoulder look like that?
Like what?
Like really prominent.
I can't see them. The low quality of this video does not make it so that I can see them. But you have the answer to this are simple. You have circulation issues.
I know. 99% of the
have
time.
Heart issues, lung issues, all that's connected.
So here's the thing. That's the issue for me is that like, I don't fucking know how those things are connected. And also like, it is my MO. I just texted you the photo so you can see what it looks like. But like my MO is, I cannot, go throughout the day without wondering why something that I already know is like my life. Like, why can't I remember anything? Ma'am, you have a diagnosis for that. But like, I'm always constantly shocked when the things that I deal with, I have to deal with. You know what I mean? Like when the things that I have do the things that they do. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's like, well, that's what actually it's called and why you have that. Remember?
Well, here's your reminder. This is a reminder.
Whew. Well, I appreciate it because, you know, I don't know how any of those things are connected. I like the idea that your body is like, it's like the game Operation. Like, I don't want to think about the fact that there's like fluid in there. Like, I don't like that. Like, I don't know where in my mind, the blood is in the veins and the veins, the only time that there's blood in the veins is the places where they do an IV for you. And then I don't want to think about anything else.
Okay, you know? So we'll move on.
This is not a science podcast. We never claimed to be.
I have. Science.
I'm not here for that. That is not just when she's talking about science, just know that I can never make those claims. Trust her. Don't trust me. Except trust us when we say it's Tuesday.
Yes. And here we go. How are you doing?
I am pretty good. I just finished my antibiotics. How are you? How are you feeling?
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I feel good. I haven't taken any cough medicine in a week. I still have a cough, but it was making me too cloudy headed. And I was like, cough medicine doesn't actually cure a cough. It just suppresses a cough. Mm-hmm. So I can just take cough drops and be fine. And so this is where I am, but I feel a lot better. And I think that the cough medicine was actually holding me back.
So that's how it can work sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Just in time for your mom to come into town.
I know. And she'll be here in a few hours. I'm applying. ABC has a writing, or Disney has a writing program, and I'm applying for it. And because I was sick for 2 weeks, I'm very behind on everything that I needed to do. So I've been trying to work plus finish my application, which you have to have 2 scripts, pitch yourself for a show, write an essay, and then have your resume. So it is a lot of work. And of course, guess what I'm pitching myself for? You have 2 guesses.
Why do I need 2?
Because it could be one of 2.
Well, I mean, are we going for like your dream or are we going for like Practicality, it's Bold and the Beautiful.
This is Disney ABC. Bold and the Beautiful is on CBS.
Ugh, how am I supposed to fucking remember? Wait, is Abbott Elementary on ABC?
I'm not a comedy writer though. So, but I'm not a comedy writer. So you've got two choices.
Ma'am, you're having me remember what is on.
Just think about
Bringing
the TV
Back Scream
shows I
Queens.
watched.
I'm kidding.
And that was on Fox, so that could have.
Is General Hospital ABC?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Because I thought
you had General Hospital or Grey's Anatomy.
Well, okay. See, in my mind, it was on the same network as Bold and Beautiful, but I'm wrong.
But other than that, what else do I have going on? Well, that's a lot. So that's all my life has been, is trying to finish this packet and clean
and you've
before
Thanksgiving
my mother
prep.
gets here. I know, and clean before my mother gets here has been the thing.
And that's like a level of clean that is like, that's more than you have to clean for me. Like,
I know.
I don't wear my glasses and you know I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel for you.
Thank you. And I woke up 2 hours late this morning because I was planning to get up at 6 and I forgot to set my alarm. And I woke up at 8. So I'm a little behind.
I understand. I had the same experience, except I accidentally woke up at 9 and I thought I set my alarm for 7. So, alas, it happens.
But we're here.
But we are
Everything's
here.
going to get done. What about you? How are you? Did you hire TaskRabbit?
I did not hire TaskRabbit. This has been a very overwhelming week for me. Not in the sense that like I will own that it is overwhelming, because I'm easily overwhelmed. And I just get like, when I have too many tasks, I'm like, I just then freeze. Like, and I just like am paralyzed and I'm just like fully fucking overwhelmed. This is why I can't have a wedding, because like I would be miserable. So I had a video that I had to edit. I had to do like a brand deal, and they hadn't sent the talking points for a while. And it was also my bad that I didn't realize. I was like gearing up so much for Halloween that I forget that like, oh, once Halloween is over, it is November 1st. And when you're like thinking like, oh no, I have that brand deal that's in November. And it's like, okay, let me get done with Halloween. It's like, bitch, you have 3 days. And you're like, oh shit.
Yep.
So that was overwhelming. And then I forgot that Mott's he was going on a golf trip this past weekend. So he was out of town. And on Sunday, when he calls me he gets back on Sunday night. And he's like, I have bad news. And I was like, what? And he's like, I have to go out of town for work until Thursday. And he has to leave Monday morning. So he like got back at like 9 on Sunday night and had like a 6:30 or 7 a.m. flight on Monday morning. And so
you've been by yourself all week?
All week. And then Kyle ended up randomly coming into town yesterday and was here and it leaves tomorrow at 3 p.m. And he was like, do you want to just come? He's like, I just talked to Mott's, like, what? Because Kyle's on New York time. He was like, just come stay at the hotel with me. And so you don't have to like sleep alone. And I was like, oh, I would. Where are you staying? Staying in downtown LA. The freeway has burned down. So I'm like, with love, I don't even know how I would get to you. And more specifically, I don't know how I would, like, what time of day. I don't know how I would do any of that, let alone like get around if I like need to go do stuff. And I had to finish the video, and then I had to build our nephew's birthday present. And so we pushed that to Sunday. So when we're seeing them, and I still have to make him a cake. So, I was going to hire TaskRabbit because the directions, I just opened them. And I'm usually really good. I love building stuff. Like I love puzzles. Like I love that kind of shit. I opened the directions and it's like Ikea was like, you know what'd be more fun? Just a picture book. And I'm like,
that's what Ikea does. It's just pictures.
They're not even showing you like the individual, like the inventory of everything they've given you. They show you the pieces that when they're built, this is what you have. And I'm like, amazing. But I do need to know which piece this is for because like they're all relatively similar. There's a fuck ton of pieces. And so I was like, okay, this is like hella cruel. And I finally decided to do something which I don't know why I've never done it before. I just went on YouTube and I typed in blank assembly. It's like the IKEA play kitchen.
I was going to tell you, that was going to be my thing, was to tell you to do that. I did that for like the my TV console that's in.
Yeah.
It came with those weird instructions. I was like, I don't know what it is. So I just found somebody on YouTube that built it.
It was so helpful. Did I make it backwards 5 times? Yes. I have a really hard time with orientation. Like I just have a hard time figuring that part out. Yeah. So I had to redo something like multiple things, like a couple times because they like were not working. But it is looking pretty good. I'm like almost done with like the assembly of it. And so what I need to do later today when we take a little bit of a break, I just have to spray paint like the fixtures, like the little sink, the faucet and the handles for the cabinets and that stuff. And then I will finish assembling it, then paint it, then put those things all together. It will rain tomorrow, or Saturday. One of those days. It'll rain in the next 2 days. Yeah. So I only have 1 day of sun to dry everything.
Yep.
But I also bought the very crunchy granola kind of paint that is like it doesn't need to air out, fumigate in that sense, and it's like safe for kids and stuff. So I have to do that, but because I looked at like the TaskRabbit, and based on the videos of how people were assembling this, I'm like, oh, this takes a while. So like this would be like at least like 3 to 4 hours for someone to assemble, and that's like another $300.
Pretty much $300. Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not gonna do that. So I did a bunch of it last night, and I have to pick up my meds tomorrow because I am like out.
And I thought you were getting them today.
No, because I have to drive to go get them.
Oh,
I have to go. It's like 45 minutes away.
Got it.
But I took my one today, so I have one whole one, and then I have a half of a one. But so I took my half one yesterday, and the great thing about those kinds of like building things, your bitch does not fucking need meds for that shit. Like that is where like my brain just clicks into place, and that's my issue with like puzzles, where it's like, oh, I'm staying up unmedicated till 6 a.m. doing a puzzle. It's very similar to that. So that's been it.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
But I'm like pretty proud of myself for the fact that like you were telling me yesterday, and we can cut this out if you don't want to include it, but you were saying about how you have to take your mom up from the airport, and you were like, she is like so fucking self-sufficient.
We can include this.
But the second that like someone else is involved who she can count on, like she reverts to being like, I'm helpless. And that is like, I love being baby. I'm like, I will be baby. If I realize I'm with people where I'm like, no, I'm the most capable one here. Like I step up, like I'm great in a crisis. But I will get overwhelmed. And then suddenly, as I'm here alone doing all of this, I'm like, oh yeah, I can do all, like I did it all. Did I break a glass straw inside of my sink that I have not cleaned up yet? Yes. Did I text Mobs to let him know? And I said, hey, I need to clean this up. I'm texting you. So in case I fucking forget and you show up here, ask me before you put your hands in the sink. So, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. Hopefully everything will get done that needs to get done. And if not, it's also not the end of the fucking world. Like this is not, like this is a birthday gift for a 4-year-old.
And also, like, he doesn't like the concept of time is not something. I know he is a very smart little boy, but
he is. But no, the concept
he
of
will
time
be
is,
excited to get a gift no matter when it is.
and this is the
And
season
also-
in which gifts never stop. It is January when he starts to be like, why are there no more presents for me?
Yeah. Also, like, even like, I know you're gonna make the cake, but even if you didn't, like, Thanksgiving's next week, there's gonna be so many sweets.
Yeah, and his mom was like, she was like, my sister-in-law, she was like, if you don't want to make she's like, if you don't have time to make cake, she's like, literally don't worry about it. And she's got the Paw Patrol little figurines to put on top. She was like, if you don't make one, we'll throw together like a quick little one. Like, do not stress about it. And I was like, I will stress, but I will try my best. And she was like, I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for him. And he had this past weekend, he had his little like friends party. And I had asked before if his like best buddy from preschool was going to be there. And he lives like in LA town. He lives like, on the other side of like the city. And so she was like, oh, I don't know if like he's going to come. Like we've never even like met his parents. Like, they tend to not come to like weekend stuff because they do live pretty far away. But like, hopefully like that'd be so nice. We've never met his parents. And she sends pictures from the birthday party. And I see him there front and center. And I'm like, oh my God. And she goes, it was a surprise. None of us knew he was coming.
Aww.
Like they were both so excited. And she's like, and I talked to his parents. They're like, we had to come. Like, we know how close they are. Like, he talks about him all the time. And we were like, yeah, oh my God. And he talks about him all the time. So I like got those text messages and I was dying. I was like, I'm so happy for them. Like, they're just so fucking cute. And like, I'm just going to say it, like, not to judge a book by its cover, but like that kid is so fucking cool that I'm like, he like leveled up the coolness of the party, Like he's not wearing Paw Patrol. Like he's there in his fucking like Nike Dunks and like his oversized hoodie. And I'm like, he's my outfit of the day inspiration. He's adorable.
That's so cute.
They're so fucking cute. So that's what I have been up to, and watching episodes of the Basement Yard podcast and also watching. They're so funny. And I had no idea they were big Harry Potter fans. And I like have found all of these clips. I have to show Moss when he gets back because I'm like, this is so fucking funny because this is us. And then I've been watching I always watch Jesse and Lily's podcast. But yesterday I was watching their podcast when Lily texted our group chat of me, Jesse, and Lily with a TikTok that is like about someone being like, people talk about comedians all the time, but they don't talk about is like girls in a group chat. Like, we are the funniest. Like, I am laughing out loud. And I was like, this is hilarious because at the time I was literally Googling how many followers did Jesse have on Vine because I saw someone talking about Vine and how they were like so big on Vine. And I was like, I bet Jesse was bigger on Vine than you. Like, I'm getting competitive with this random fucking person. And so I'm looking it up and I send that and Jesse goes, you're not going to believe this. And she sends a screenshot of our group chat and the notification arriving while she's watching my latest YouTube video. And I was like, wow, look at us. We are just all thinking of each other. It was pretty cute. And it made me hee hee ha ha. And I will need you to watch their episode about, let me see what the title is called. And I need everyone else to watch it too, because I'm not going to talk about it on like either of our podcasts, but I would like to talk about it on one of these versions of our podcast, like a See You Next Tuesday thing, because I can't be subjected to watching it again after I watch theirs. So, but I need us to all talk about it. What is it called? Do we know them? Do we?
While you're finding it, I need you to drop in their group chat, bitches, come on our podcast.
Oh, yes. I will. Okay, so it's episode 92. Jeffree Star's troubling quote-unquote employee and Sam and Colby's Conjuring video was faked. This is like their one from quite recently. And this Jeffree Star video, this man shows up at his house or like slides into his like DMs and is like about like makes epoxy floors or whatever. And is like, that had some like very like, I don't know, sparkly or pink or glittery, very feminine kind of epoxy, and was like, who the fuck would buy this? And people were like, Jeffree Star. And so slid in Jeffree Star's DMs and then is like talking about this, like starts the video before we get the explanation, is like showering in Jeffree Star's house and then like filming everything, being like, everything's fake. And Jeffree's like, get out of my house. And he's like, oh, look, okay. And it's like walking out and then it's like, wow, look at the view. And it's like showing the view. And I'm like, what is going on?
The view of like the person leaving with their ass showing or what?
Their ass? Why
You said
ass?
they were getting out the shower.
Yeah, so they put the clothes back on.
Okay.
So
It sounded like I'm kicking you out and I'm enjoying the view of your ass.
No. This is all the POV from the epoxy guy. Like, he's like, showing everything. And so then he does like an extra...
So who was in the shower?
The epoxy guy. And so he's being like, fuck Jeffree Star. And everyone's like, why are you in his shower though? Like, we don't like Jeffree Star either, but like, why are you in his shower? And so then he's like doing this video and he's like an explanation. He's like, and I'm here to like make a sale. And it was like, so you're not even here to install. You're here to give a quote for an epoxy floor. Like, why are you showering? And so he like starts talking. And he's like, and the video is sped up, which Lily and Jesse mentioned later. Because at first I was like, damn, this boy's got a chipmunk fucking voice. Like, he must talk so slow because it didn't even sound like it was sped up. It just sounded like he had a very high pitched voice. That's different for
you though, because you don't like when people talk slow.
Yeah, facts. And he like talks slow and like southern, like slow drawl, in the sense that like when it was sped up, it's like everything sounded normal to me. And I think it's also just like the cadence and like the pauses and the sing-songy of it. But then he like keeps talking and he's like, and so like I slid into his DMs and he was like, yeah, like I'm very interested in that. Like, here's my number, daddy. And it was like, okay, well, it's abundantly clear that like this is not. And he's like, and so like, yeah, it's a business deal. So like we're texting and like we're FaceTiming a couple times. And then he like goes on to say like we FaceTime 3 to 4 times a day when we wake up in the morning, like in the middle of the day, like after work, like before we go to bed.
So they're in love with each other. Okay, let me watch the video and then we can have a full conversation.
We have to. I'm obsessed with it. Specifically, he refers to him as an albino salamander. And it was the most taken aback I've ever been. And damn, it wasn't even about me. And I don't even like Jeffree Star, but I was like, that would hurt because it's not false.
Oh, I thought it was a term of endearment.
Nope.
Because it's
true. It wasn't like, you're my little albino salamander. It was like, this man looks like an albino salamander.
Okay.
And it was like,
all right.
That came out so quick. Well, it was also sped up. So that's how quick it came out. But yeah, I would love to have people watch it so we can come back next Tuesday and we can all fucking discuss it.
I don't know if I'll get to it next Tuesday because we are recording on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
So the Tuesday after that, yes.
Okay. So everyone,
just
we all have homework.
because we're going to watch the Barbie movie.
I forgot about that too.
So if you're listening to this, you still have time to get in your thoughts about the Barbie movie that we're going to do.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
Did you hear Flyana Boss has a new Christmas song?
It's like they know me. No, I have not heard that. But like that is they did that for me. That's so nice of them.
Do you have a guess to what the song is called?
Thoughty Christmas. Something fun.
It is something fun. Give me 2 more guesses.
Flyana fa la 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 la.
That's good too.
Deck my halls.
Close. Jingle dim balls.
That is very close. And this is why I connect to them so deeply. Mm-hmm. Wait, I'm so fucking excited. And also like
it's really good.
The cute little elf ears with like a Christmas aesthetic. Yes. I'm fucking here for the vibes.
Perfect.
I hope they do a running video through like the mall Santas.
They have a little snippet of the video up on their TikTok and they're dressed festively. I could see them going through mall Santa, so I think they're done with running.
Well, yeah, they're tired.
Yeah.
They've been running and running through my mind all day.
They ran to that bag and they swam in those brand deals, as they said. And just lastly, my thoughts. I had just things to talk about. I have a list. Zahara Jolie has joined the illustrious sorority Alpha Kappa Alpha.
I
So
literally
welcome,
wrote this
sister.
down to talk to you about too. I saw that.
Yep.
I love that. So what is that
Me too.
called? The like what she was
You reveal yourself to the school and then like invite family members and friends and stuff, and don't really say what it's about, but people kind of know because they know about the time
fun.
like that you've disappeared for a little bit. And so you're like, hey, I've got something to show you. Come to wherever on campus, and here we go.
Well, that's very exciting.
Very exciting.
Another one.
So.
Another one for you. Thank you. Another one. Thank you. It's literally can't stop.
The greatness continues. Can't stop, won't stop.
Well, I love that. I hope people were saying that I need to send that like Twitter thread to you where people were like referencing like specific things within it. Like, I know her mom bought this. I know her mom did this. I know her mom did all of this. And I was like, oh, that's like very sweet. So happy for her. And fuck Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Every day. Fuck Brad Pitt.
I know. I still can't get over that award show, the last award show that happened when I guess a lot of celebrities didn't know that there were things going on with Brad Pitt.
Did you see Quinta's tweet afterward?
Yes. And then everybody was getting up, Quinta being one of them, like saying, hey, Brad Pitt. And I guess it was a PR stunt that they were kind of making people do, but were not aware of what was going on and behind the scenes. And so it was weird.
Yeah, no, Quinta's tweet was like, so sorry, everybody. I had no idea. If I did, would not have said any of that.
Yes.
Also, why are no more people not talking about this? Like, why is this something that, and it's true. It's not spoken about a lot.
Yeah.
Because people think he's hot.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I got nothing else. You got anything else?
Nothing really. Well, we hope you all enjoyed this Tuesday, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Goodbye.
Bye.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all. I'm JJ.
Hey, guys. It's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests to share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a co-founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. During her journey, Isla meets new friends, including King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, and learns valuable life lessons with every quest, sword fight, and dragon ride. Positive and uplifting stories remind us all about the importance of kindness, friendship, honesty, and positivity. Join me and an all-star cast of actors, including Liam Neeson, Emily Blunt, Kristen Bell, Chris Hemsworth, among many others, in welcoming the Search for the Silver Lining podcast to the Go Kid Go network by listening today. Look for the Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.